Hello, this is Kiara O'Leary, registered celebrant and sacred ceremonialist, and I want to chat with you about the process of creating your wedding ceremony. So I obviously can only share from a celebrant's perspective. If you're having a religious ceremony, then you would follow their process. But as an example, you book a celebrant, this is my process, and this is probably going to be pretty similar for most celebrants. They may do a couple of things differently, but all in all, this gives you an idea of what will happen. So the first thing I want to say about creating your wedding ceremony is that you are not the one who has to create it. You have so many other things on your plate. You do not have to spend time writing the ceremony word for word. Hello everybody and welcome. You're not going to do that, okay? But you do still have so much ability to contribute to and co-create the wedding ceremony. And if you're not feeling like that's the case with your celebrant, then definitely chat to them or consider other options, because it should be allowed to feel like it's your day. Legals only processes are obviously different. But yeah, you get to contribute, you get to make this your own, and it gets to be uniquely crafted for you. So you book the celebrant and then they may send you a questionnaire, or you might just dive straight into like a chat or an interview, and usually they will interview you for sort of two sections. They want to interview you for your love story. A lot of weddings have a love story where they share, this is how they met, and then they did this, and then they've been on these significant holidays together, or they've birthed a baby together. Sharing a little bit about how you got to be there on that day, marrying each other, and what marriage means to you. And then they'll also, of course, interview you and ask about what it is you want in your ceremony, what ideas you have, how you want it to feel, what you want to experience. So they're interviewing for the love story, but also for the ceremony. And I want to say to you, in this process, definitely if you have ideas, if you already know you want a foot washing ritual as an example, bring that and tell them. Bring ideas that you do have. Feel free to start looking around at other people's ceremonies and what feels meaningful and true for you. But also, your celebrant should be guiding you based on you and all of those answers that they just got from you about your relationship, what marriage means uniquely to you, and then offering you ideas on readings or poems or rituals or ways to include guests or ways to honor your loved ones who may have passed or couldn't be there on that day. There are so many different elements that they can offer you guidance on, and so lean into them and trust that they have actually had to do like pretty comprehensive training to be able to be a celebrant, and that they should definitely be able to guide you. So here I am sharing like the process of creating the ceremony, but I guess the main thing I'm telling you is you're not doing it alone, and you get to come in with your ideas or ask for suggestions and then co-create and build together. And you'll find that, just because you're creating this, you'll start to see more. I mean, Instagram has its own algorithm, let alone life has its own algorithm. And the first moment that you start to plan your ceremony, you'll start to see ideas all around you, I'm sure. It's just like when you're buying a new car and all you start to see is that same new car. So you'll get lots of ideas, but as you are interviewed, as you're having this chat, you might also find that unique things that have probably never happened for anyone else's wedding ceremony might come through. So if you imagine that maybe like every time you've had a milestone in your relationship, you two have shared a glass of this particular brand of champagne and it's really special to you, then maybe you would have a glass of that champagne handed out to everybody to celebrate when you are announced that you are husband and wife. Or maybe meditation is really important to you and you met on a meditation retreat, and really love the benefits of it and still do it so much together. And so you begin your ceremony with a short meditation to help everyone ground into the ceremony and the space. So you'll find that as you go, another thing is like, maybe you met at a Collingwood football game and you somehow incorporate your favorite footy team into your special day. Like, there are going to be things that are unique to you that really should be kind of like teased out in that interview process and that time when you chat with your celebrant, and then you get to create a ceremony that is right just for you. So I hope that gives you an understanding of most of the ceremony creation process. Then usually the celebrant will go away and write a script and then send it to you, and you get to look over every word of it. Maybe some celebrants will just have dot points for certain things, like the beginning where they say, could everyone please take their seats? They might just have dot points for things like that. But when it comes to your love story and to the more important stuff, like, you know, your vows as an example, they're going to have them written down word for word, and you're going to get to check over it most of the time. I know there are some celebrants who do it as a surprise on the day. I could not fathom doing that, because what if they didn't love it on the day? Like, that would just break my heart. So yes, most celebrants will send it to you. You get to look at it. You get to add in songs and things at that point if you haven't already done that. And you get to go back and forth. Like, you share this new thing that you're feeling or this new thing that you've seen and see if you can add it in. It will be a co-creation process. You don't have to do it all on your own, but you still get to really bring what you want to bring to it and add in what feels truly meaningful for you. I hope that gives you a really good idea of what to expect when you book your celebrant and you start to build your wedding ceremony together. My name's Kiara O'Leary. I'm a registered celebrant and a sacred ceremonialist. And if you're having a wedding somewhere in or around Geelong, then please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you. Bye.